Find neutral spine from head to tailbone. Lengthen the back of your neck. De-shrug your shoulders down the back. Tuck the tailbone fully and release slightly to find neutral. Brace your core abdominals as firmly as you can. Lift your right knee up to the ceiling. Hold that position. Left arm goes straight up to the ceiling. Hold that position. And then float the limbs back down as you switch. Right arm, left knee, and switch. Coordinate one side with the opposite as you maintain stability through the whole body. Power breath. Little sips of air in and out of the nose. As you keep your core powerhouse engaged. Rest your feet, but reach your arms up to the sky. Open arms wide. Allow your knees to open slightly as well. Close palms in, knees touch in the midline. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Speed it up a little bit, just getting a little bit of heat built up through the shoulders and through the hips as you maintain core power breath. Rest your arms down at your sides. Kick your right leg long, toes up, belly is in and up. Engage your core powerhouse. Lift and lower the right leg. Feel the stretch in the back of the thigh, strength in the front thigh. Tuck, brace, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Bend right knee, left leg is long, toes up, belly in and up, kick straight up and down. Chin lock, belly lock, pelvic lock, all remain. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your left knee into the chest. Telescope it around gently, one way, and reverse. Switch, right knee to chest, left leg stays down. Circumduction of the hip, clockwise and counterclockwise. Feet on the ground, arms out into a T, windshield wiper legs. Drop your knees to the right, turn your head to the left, and exhale as you switch. Knees go to the left, head turns to the right. Continue moving back and forth, allowing the spine twist to hydrate your spine. Open up the tissues in the side waist and the obliques. Coming back to the center, hug both knees into the chest, rocking your knees gently up and down. You can lift your head up. Rest your feet. Tuck your chin towards your throat. Eyes on the belly as you lift your head and shoulders off of the mat. Look straight towards your belly button. You can reach long through the fingertips, broaden the collarbones. This is sort of a classic abdominal crunch. Keep your chin tucked as you lower your head back down and arms back down. And again, double chin tuck, brace core, curl up, way up, eyes on your belly, reach long through the fingertips, and lower your body back down with control. Nod your head side to side, back and forth. Building blocks. With the hands, tuck them underneath of the tailbone so that you can flatten your lower back more into the mat. Tuck, brace, lift, right knee up, left knee up in a tabletop position. Tabletop position. Lift your head and shoulders off the mat with your eyes on your belly button and hold it. Tap, one foot down to the ground. Switch, alternate, and breathe. Coordinating more movements as you maintain strong stability through the trunk and the neck. Last two. On each side, last one. Rest. Relax your head and neck. Hug your knees in, or you can windshield wiper your legs. Just find what feels good as you release muscles and joints. Second set, hands under tailbone again. If that's not comfortable for you, you could also place your hands behind your head as an option. Knees above chest, tabletop position once again. This time, raise your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee and switch. Left knee up to the sky and switch. Straighten, tabletop, straighten, and then tabletop. Alternating one leg at a time. Try to keep your back imprinted into the ground. Recalibrate neutral spine through your neck continuously. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobbler's pose. Draw the soles of your feet together. You can reach down and grab onto the feet. Pull them in as you stretch and open up the knees and hips. An alternate position would be to drop your feet down onto the ground and allow that same pose to stretch those muscles with less hip flexion. Knees bent, feet flat. Left foot stays down, hug your right knee into the chest. Place your hands on top of your knee or shin and pull it in. Lift your head and shoulder blades up off of the mat and look at your belly. Switch. Drop the right foot down, pull the left knee in, and switch. Right, switch, left, switch. Right, switch, left, switch. Breathe in, switch, breathe out, switch. An alternate progression is to pull right leg, kick leg out, switch. Pull left leg, kick right leg out, and switch. Pull, switch, pull, switch, pull, switch, pull, switch. Last two on each side. Last one, and rest. Relax and release. Nod your head, back and forth. Roll over onto your side, protecting all of your joints. Press through your hands to rise up, and then transition onto all fours. Begin circles, sweep right, back, left, and center. It's creating lateral flexion in the spine, circumduction in your shoulders and your hips. 2 more. Reverse the motion, shift hips left, back, right, and center. Make the circle small or large. Breathe into the muscles and the joints that make this movement happen. Transition now to cat-cow. Hands align on your shoulders, knees are under the hips. Sweep the belly around your spine, tucking chin and tailbone under. Inhale, lift head and tailbone up to the sky, broaden the chest collarbones. Exhale, scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone under, again round it out. Inhale, lift up, open chest, lengthen. Keep moving segment by segment, bone by bone. Resting child's pose, sitting back, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to mat. Your arms can reach forward or back. Another option, if your hips and knees don't allow, is simply a tall kneel. And you can just reach your hands behind your back and stretch your chest, or you could clasp your hands behind your back as you look up. Return, 4-point position. One cat, one cow. Finding neutral spine. Balancing a hot cup of coffee on the lower back. Espresso on the back of your neck. Tea between your shoulder blades. Curl your toes forward towards the shins. Draw your belly button in and up towards the spine and lift your knees. Hover and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. Repeat. Tuck, brace, lift, hover, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. 2 more. Brace, lift, hover, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. Last one, feeling strength, heat through the shoulders, lift, hover, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest and relax, release. Sit back into child's pose or your tall kneel. Flex your wrists. You can circle them around, giving them a nice counter pose. Rise up all fours, neutral spine, head to tailbone. Belly is in and up. Reach right arm straight forward, left leg straight back. You can keep your toes either on the ground, or as long as your pelvis doesn't wobble, you can lift your hip. You can lift your foot up off of the ground, keeping your hips and pelvis level. De-shrug your shoulder blade down the back as you reach longer through your fingertips. Kick long through the heel as you straighten your knee and tuck the tailbone under. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. Switching sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Toes down into the mat or lifted. Dial your toes down to the ground. Press back through the heel. Reach long through your fingertips, but de-shrug your left shoulder blade down the back. Recalibrate neutral spine and not only the lower back, but through the neck as well. Lengthen, reach, straighten your knee even more and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest. Switch. Right arm, left leg. We'll do this a little bit faster, but maintain that stability. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Left arm, right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right arm, left leg. Reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Left arm, right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. Right arm, left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Left arm, right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. And rest. Tall kneel or child's pose. Roll out the wrists. Flex them. Giving them a nice little counter pose. Rise up into a tall kneel. Open your arms out, like cactus arms or goddess arms, and then look up to the ceiling. You open the chest collarbones. Reach your left hand down. Look forward, reach your right arm up, and side bend to the left. Opening the side waist. Reach up, float the right fingertips down, left arm up to the ceiling, and side bend right. Return to the center, come back down onto forearms this time as we finish out the 4-point series. Drop down onto your forearms, creating either a triangle and then clasping your opposite hand, or you can create parallel arms. Find what feels good for your shoulders. And begin with cat-cow. Exhale, round, scoop the belly, tuck chin and tailbone under. Inhale, lift, open chest collarbones. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral spine. Head to tailbone is straight and strong. Kick your right leg and left leg straight back into a low plank pose. Right leg, left leg straight back. Stay straight from head to tailbone, tailbone to heels. If you need to modify, listen to your own interoception, either by dropping your knees down or popping your hips up a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest your knees, sit back, child's pose or tall kneel. Take 5 deep, relaxing breaths here. Revisit your intention. Visualize it. Breathe into it. Gently rise up to transition onto your side. Lying down at the back edge of the mat. Use a pillow, blanket, bolster, whatever you need, under your head. Use a blanket fold underneath of the side body if your hips are bony and a little bit sensitive. Add some cushion there. Start out with your hips and knees at 90 degrees or in towards your chest. Swim your pelvis. Tuck the tailbone under, arch the tailbone out. Tuck, arch. Tuck and hold. Release it slightly and begin clamshell, opening the top knee and lower. Lift and lower. Brace the core abdominals. You can even poke them with your fingertips. External rotation of the hip strengthens the piriformis, attaching from the edge of the sacrum, inserting into the outer hip bone. Open and close. There should be no pinching sensation or pain. There should only be work and fatigue, maybe even a burning sensation like lactic acid is building up as you near the end of your repetitions. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Connect knees together. Lift your foot up and down. Now engaging internal rotator muscles. Breathe in, breathe out. These are the obturator muscles of the pelvis and hip. It may not feel like you have a ton of range of motion, but this mobility is vital to have a strong rotator cuff of the hip joint. If you find that it's too easy and you have hip issues, such as bursitis, chronic hip pain, IT band syndrome, and you can add a weight on the ankle and do this entire Sidelying series. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, release, massage your hip. Look for any trigger points or tender spots. Short lever hip abduction, keeping the knees bent. Brace your core firmly and lift your top leg up like a fire hydrant pose in yoga and down. Lift and lower. Short lever because your knee is bent and your leg doesn't seem to weigh quite as much as when it's straight. Keep bracing through the core abdominals. Keep your shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears, and breathe. We're aiming to do about 20 repetitions for each exercise, creating fatigue and a little bit of exhaustion by the end of your repetitions, without compromising spinal alignment, all the locks, chin lock, belly lock, pelvic lock, and rest. Relax and release once again. Massage the hip, breathe. Straighten your legs out long to the front corner of the mat, creating a bit of a hip angle. Brace the core abdominals again. Straighten your knees. Toes can be pointed or flexed, your choice. Lift your top leg up and down into hip abduction. Abduction, abduction. This will strengthen the outer hip, the gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, vastus lateralis, which is one of the quad muscles, even the outer shin, the peroneal muscles engage here. Keep checking in that you're maintaining neutral spine. Power breath. Reach through the foot. Start to feel the fatigue setting in. This work is creating more strength, stability, and endurance to the hip complex. Last two, and one. Rest, and exhale. Circles. Legs are long, engage in core power breath. Circle your top foot around, corkscrewing your leg out of the hip joint. Stabilize the bottom hip, not allowing much movement at all to happen. The top hip is dynamically sweeping around like a corkscrew, tracing an imaginary soccer ball. Keep engaging your core. Now reverse. Soccer ball size, maybe grazing the bottom heel. Breathe in out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. It was about 40 circles. That engages your entire rotator cuff complex in the hip joint. Because you've got the rotation in and out and down, out and in. Inner thigh lifts. Move the top leg out of the way, bringing your knee down, either on a yoga block or a bolster. So it would look something like this. Or you can raise your knee up to the ceiling and drop your foot down to the ground, grabbing onto the ankle maybe. Straighten the bottom leg, long. Brace your core abdominals and begin to lift higher, highest, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Keep moving at that pace. You could go a little bit faster, but try to get that end range lift so you can get full adduction or adduction of the hip joint. This will help to stabilize the pelvic bones where the pubic symphysis joins together. That area can sometimes be unstable for anyone who has sacroiliac joint problems or lower back pain. Or if their pelvis goes out of alignment regularly, this will help to stabilize and strengthen that part of the pelvis. 5, 2, 3, and lower. 4, 2, 3, lower. 3, 2, 3, and lower. 2, 2, 3, lower. Last 1, 2, 3, and rest. Breathe into those muscles. A little bit of recovery there. Now we're going to do the same leg with circles. Brace your core firmly. Engage as you circle the bottom leg around. Straighten it. Point or flex your foot. Either one. You're still engaging adductor muscles, but now also incorporating internal and external rotation. Flexion and extension. It's a combined motion called circumduction. Reverse. Lengthen. Definitely feeling the challenge. Can you imagine putting a 5-pound ankle weight on this one? It would really, really be challenging. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Let's stretch the front quadricep on that top leg. Reach for the foot ankle. Gently pull back. Curl the tailbone under gently. And try to keep your knee parallel with the ground. If this is too intense for your hip or knee, you can use a yoga strap to wrap around your foot, or even just without the use of your hand, you're kicking your leg back into hip extension. You're just going to feel your hamstring and glute kick in more. And gently release. Transition, press hand, shoulder down into the mat, rising up, and switching sides. Side kick series, draw your knees in towards your chest, 90-degree angle. You can swim your pelvis, tuck, arch, tuck, and hold. Engage your core abdominals firmly as you begin to clamshell the top leg only, up and down. Once again, 20 repetitions or so, give or take, engaging the piriformis muscle. The piriformis muscle attaches from the back of the sacrum and inserts into the outer greater trochanter of the hip. It's innervated by S1, so if anyone has lumbar issues like degenerative disc or herniated discs, stenosis, that S1 nerve might be compromised and causing that muscle to be weaker. So the way that you combat that weakness is strengthen it repeatedly. Build up the tolerance and build up the muscle tissue without compromising lumbar stability. Keep your core abs on. Lower back is still in neutral. And then let's do 5 more. Sort of lost count. Touch. Lift your foot up and down. Internal rotation. This engages these funny little muscles called the obturator internus and externus. They create this rotational movement and provide pelvic floor stability. Brace the core abdominals. It's kind of like the Charleston move. Keep gliding your shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Rib cage also in line with the pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Release the hip joint, muscles, massage. Short lever hip abduction. Knee stays bent, hip stays bent. Brace core firmly and begin to lift. Up and down. Challenging the outer thigh. Your entire foot and thigh lift up. Start to notice if there's any area of weakness or more strength in comparison to your other side. Sometimes we have asymmetrical strength. And when you do these, you can do 20, 30, so that you can feel that fatigue set in, the burning, the lactic acid. That's what helps to build the strength. Rest, release, breathe. Straight leg raises, extend legs long to the front corner of the mat, toes up towards the shin, brace the core abdominals and begin to lift, top leg up and down. Flexed foot, pointed toes, either one. You can do a combination of both if that feels good. Focus on your breath. Rib cage to pelvis connection. Even the bottom leg should feel like it's working because it's stabilizing as you dynamically move the top leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, release, and breathe. Circles. I'm going to do 20 in each direction. Corkscrew your top leg out of the hip joint. Pretend that I'm pulling on your foot. As you circle your leg around, breathe, brace, engage. 10 more. And reverse. Keep the knee straight. Terminal knee extension. Graze the bottom heel if you can. Recalibrate neutral spine all the time. Lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, and shoulder. And rest, release. Inner thigh lifts. Top leg moves out of the way. Bottom leg is straight and strong, toes up to shin. Brace core firmly, lift, higher, highest, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Breathe, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Keep going. Lengthen through that leg. Strengthening adductor muscles, inner thigh, pelvic floor. Creating more stability for the pelvic joints. Five more to go. Up, 2, 3, and lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Lift, 2, 3, lower. Last one, 2, 3, and rest. Straighten bottom leg, long. Brace your core and circle your leg around. Straighten the knee, point the toes, flex the toes. Don't circle your ankle. Initiate the movement from the hip all the way up the leg, proximal hip joint, not down at the ankle where your foot is circling around. That's cheating. Reverse. Brace, breathe, lengthen. Try to relax the neck muscles a little bit as they strain. And rest. Reach, foot, ankle, stretch, quadricep, hip flexor, psoas, tuck, tailbone under, lengthening the front thigh even more. Try to keep the thigh parallel with the ground. And as you lengthen that front thigh, remember to modify it as needed with the yoga strap. And then release. Rise up, transition onto your back. You can create your yoga couch again so that you have proper head support. We're going to do some stretches just for the hip work that we just did. Cross right ankle over the left knee. You can either pull that right leg in independently, or you can use your left leg to assist stretching a little bit deeper. Inhale fully, allow your belly to rise. Fall. Engage your core abdominals as you switch sides, crossing left ankle over the right knee, or stretching that left leg independently. Once again, release all that tightness and restriction. Cobbler stretch again. Soles of the feet connect up to the chest or down to the ground. Butterfly the knees open. Deep breath in. Let the belly go. Could you extend your right leg out to the right side into a half of a straddle? Knee slightly bent or fully straightened. Breathe. Exhale, bring it back into the midline and switch. Left leg moves out to the left side. Open up the inner thigh, inner knee. And exhale, bring it back in. Rest your left leg down. Place both hands behind the right leg as you straighten your leg all the way up to the sky. Straighten and bend a few times. This is jackknife stretch. Lengthen up and flex your foot. Point your foot up and down. Circle the ankle around and reverse. Rest, switch, left leg up to the sky. Jackknife stretch up, down. Keep it lifted as you point flex. Circles. And reverse. Feet on the ground, open feet wide. Hands on belly or out into a T as you windshield wiper legs. Feel that length through the thigh, through the belly, and through the obliques. Stay on that side so you can roll over and then just briefly get onto hands and knees. Rising up into downward facing dog. This is just a transitional pose. Downward facing dog. Pedal your heels out a little bit. Shake your head out. Walk your feet towards your hands. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Hanging forward. Like a rag doll, let your arms hang. Sway the body side to side. Maybe clasping the opposite elbows as you sway back and forth. And then you can rise up segment by segment, bone by bone, until you end in a standing position. Settle and stack all your joints on top of each other. Shrug your shoulders up, roll them back. Finding mountain pose, plant your feet parallel. Shrug your shoulders up, roll them back. Pull your chin gently back so that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Curl the tailbone under slightly, engaging the core abdominals, and then draw the muscles of the pelvic floor up. You have chin lock, belly lock, pelvic lock, all engaged. Connect palms together to the front of the heart. Press, feeling shoulder lock. Keeping your feet right where they are, not moving them, but stretching the mat between your feet. This engages hip lock. Your outer thigh muscles fire up. Feel the symmetry, the balance in your body through mountain pose. Engaging all 5 locks. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sweep arms out wide, around, and back to the center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle. Reach, circle. Modify whatever you need to in your rotator cuff muscles. If you want to make the movements a little bit smaller, feel free to do so. 2 more. Circle around, connect. One more. Shrug your shoulders up, roll them back. You can place hands on hips or hands in front of the heart. Shift your body weight to the left leg. Raise the right heel, open the right knee, and start to find your way up the inside of your opposite leg. You can be conservative, keeping your toes on the ground, or you can start to work your way up the inside of the thigh. Just skip the knee joint line. Recalibrate neutral spine, tuck the tailbone under, press your left hip to the right wall. We don't want to see your hip jutting out. Find a mudra or a hand yoga posture. This is prayer or Anjali mudra. Keep your thumbs and pinkies together. Open the middle 3 fingers into a beautiful lotus. Keep your focus, your gaze on one item. Vision your intention in this little lotus flower. And then begin to let it go up to the sky. Reach your fingertips. Spread the fingertips wide and lengthen out into a T. Flip your palms down. Draw your shoulder blades down the back. Draw palms back together to the center of your heart, releasing knee, foot, and shake out the bottom standing leg. Switching sides, feet connect, hands connect. Shift all your body weight onto your right leg. Lift your left heel, swivel the left knee out to the left side. Jut that right hip to the left, not to the right, to the left. Begin to work your foot up the inside of your right leg. Steady balance here, recalibrate neutral, locks. Open your arms out into cactus arms. Draw the thumbs and the forefingers together. This is called Wisdom Mudra. Think of some segment of wisdom that you possess and you have that you can share with someone who has that need. Reach your arms up and clasp all 10 fingers together. Release only the pointer fingers. Draw your shoulders down the back. Curl the tailbone under and breathe. Lengthen and grow taller. Root deeper. Float palms down to the center of your heart. Release your knee, foot down. Relax the body. Loosen up the joints and muscles. Let your neck go. Palms touch, chin lock, shoulder lock, belly lock, pelvic lock, hip lock. Begin to bend the knees and sit back into an imaginary chair as you maintain the 5 locks. Readjust hands, feet as needed. Stretching your feet apart, you're going to feel your thighs engage. Shift body weight into the heels as you lift your toes up. Shift body weight into the balls of the feet as you lift your heels up. Lower the heels back down, engage your core powerhouse. Rise up, stand up, stretched mountain. Exhale, arms come right back down next to your sides. Palms touch again. Find your locks. Chin, shoulder, hip, pelvis, belly. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive now as you bend your knees, drop your head down, reaching for the floor. You may or may not touch the floor or your toes. Just coming down into a forward bend. Generously bend your knees as needed. Let your head hang down. Half lift. Place your hands to the fronts of the shins or the knees, and you're going to lift your body up halfway so your back looks like a tabletop. That's half lift, and then exhale as you round your spine. Inhale, plant your feet down into the ground. As you reach your arms out to the sides, up to the sky, connect palms. Exhale, hands to heart, sit back into chair. Hips back, knees are behind the toes. Swim your pelvis, tuck, arch, tuck, arch, tuck slightly and hold. Stretch the mat between your feet. Press through the hands. Feel the strength through the body here. Reach your arms forward. Elbows are straight. When your arms are forward, it makes your muscles work harder through the glutes. Palms face in, thumbs up. Open your arms a little wider and de-shrug your shoulders down the back. Float the palms up, 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 and then up stretched mountain, straighten the knees. Look up to the sky with a gentle back bend. Tuck your tailbone under to protect the spine. Reach your arms out to the side. Swan dive, forward fold. Down to the ground, toes. Maybe you can reach for your yoga block. Let your head hang. You can either bend the knees or start working on straightening the knees. Getting a lot of stretch through the back thighs. Inhale with the half lift, flat back, belly is in and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan, arms out to the sides, connect palms, hands slice down to the center of the heart. Come to the front of your mat. We're going to do warrior series. Starting out with mountain. Hands to hips, chin, belly, pelvic, and hip block. Sit back into an imaginary chair for chair pose, Utkatasana. Shift your body into the left foot only and tap your right foot back and forth. We're going to do this 10 times. Brace, breathe, balance. Keep your knee behind your toes. Shoulder blades down the back, belly is in and up. 3, 2, 1. Switch, shift right foot. Engage, core powerhouse, tap back and forth. Draw shoulders down the back away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Up stretch mountain, up to the sky, exhale, forward fold. This is sort of equivalent to a child's pose. It allows your body to release and relax. You can sway back and forth. Just find what feels good. Reverse swan. Plant your feet, reach your arms out, up, connect palms together. Sit back, chair pose, find neutral. Shift body weight left foot, step back right foot. Crescent lunge, lift your body upright. Balancing on the left full foot and the right ball of the foot. If you feel like your balance is a little unsteady, walk your feet a little wider apart. So there's a wider base of support between your left foot and the right foot. And you'll find that your balance can really, really improve if you rock solid there. Tuck the tailbone under, feeling a big stretch in the front of that right hip. Reach arms up to the sky, de-shrug your shoulders down the back away from the ears. Hands to heart, shift forward, step forward, out of that position. Switch. Mountain, chair. Shift body weight right foot, step left foot back. Upright trunk, crescent lunge. Swim the pelvis, tuck arch, tuck hold. Stretch the mat between your feet. Do you need to widen your stance a little bit? Reach up to the sky again as you draw shoulders down the back. Breathe. Hands to heart, shifting forward, step forward, out of that position. You can do a forward fold or just loosen up your legs, whatever gives you relief in that standing position. Feet to the front of the mat again. Shrug your shoulders up, roll them back, curl the tailbone under gently, palms to heart. Warrior prep, sit back, chair, shift body weight, left foot, step the right foot back, angling it at 1 o'clock. Your left foot is at 12 o'clock, right foot is at 1 o'clock, and then lift your trunk torso upright. If you feel too intense of a stretch in the front of the right hip, bring it forward some. You don't have to have a huge lunge stance. Reach arms up to the sky, draw shoulder blades down the back. Your shoulder joints are facing straight forward. The hip joints and the pelvic bones are facing straight forward as well. Stretch the mat between your feet, feeling all those muscles firing up through the legs, quadriceps, and the glutes. Palms to heart, shift forward, step forward. Mini chair. Left foot back. Angle the left foot. Left foot is at 11. Swing the pelvis, tuck, arch, hold. Reach arms up to the sky, draw shoulder blades down the back. Stretch the mat between your feet, feeling synergistic co-contraction. Hands to heart, shifting forward, step forward, and release. Warrior two. Hands to hips. Sit back chair. Step back right foot. My left foot's at 12, my right foot's at 3. Raise your body up and then rotate without tweaking that front hip. My right foot is still 3 o'clock. My left foot went from 12 to 1. I don't want to tweak my left hip joint here. So now my body is laterally facing as I reach my arms out into a T. Drop your shoulders down the back. Turn your head to look towards the left middle finger. Left middle finger. T, shrug your shoulders down the back and stretch the mat between your feet. Flip the left palm up, reach it up. Drop your right hand down to your thigh. If it's available to you, you can start to create a little bit of a back bend, but make sure that you're focusing on your balance. This is reverse warrior. Arms come back to a T, hands to hips, heel toe your foot back, or step forward to your starting position. Switching sides. Mountain, chair. Step back into lunge. Right foot is at 12 o'clock, straight ahead. Left foot is now at 9 o'clock. Lift your trunk torso. Reach your arms out into a T. If this right hip feels okay with the foot at 12 o'clock, fine. But if you need to modify or readjust your feet, do that. And then reach your arms out into a T. As you're in this lunging position for warrior two, gaze at your right middle finger. Drop your shoulders down the back, tuck the tailbone, and stretch the mat between your feet. Strength, balance, coordination, breath work. Flip the right palm up, reach it up to the sky as you drop your left arm down, creating a little tiny back bend. Draw the right shoulder down the back. Return back to T arms, hands to hips, heel toe your left foot back, shift forward and step forward. And release. Wide ankle forward bend. Grab your yoga block or two, stack them to the front of your mat, like so. If you have less flexibility in your hamstrings, you can use a chair. That's fine also. Open your feet apart into a straddle. You can do parallel feet or a slight pigeon toe. Tuck the tailbone under, brace your core powerhouse. Bend your knees as you hinge forward and stick your bum back. Reach your hands down for the blocks. Down for the blocks. Could you open your feet a little wider, testing your inner thigh length? And could you straighten your knees a little bit more? And lower your head, hands down towards the yoga blocks. Maybe you can touch the floor. Feel that tremendous stretching sensation in the backs of the thighs and the inner thighs. Lift with the flat back, hands to the yoga block or floor. Reach the left arm straight out to the side, and then twist upward. You can gaze straight forward. Switching sides, right arm comes out to the side, twist it upwards, drawing your shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Return back down, gently bend your left knee. You're doing a side lunge and switch, bending the right knee. Side to side, shifting your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Back to the center. Bend your knees. Heel toe your feet closer towards each other. Hands can come to the thighs as you walk your way all the way upright. And then you can circle your hips around, loosen up anything that feels tight, and then reverse. Heel toe your feet back to the center. Bring your yoga blocks now to the front of your mat. We're going to do sun salutation modified. Giving yourself some room behind those yoga blocks or through the chair. Connect your palms together to the front of your heart. Close your eyes. Find that stillness. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to the yoga blocks or to the floor. Inhale with the half lift up, flat back. Exhale, lower down into a full plank. You can unstack your yoga blocks. Step back with the right foot and the left foot into a high plank pose. Find neutral spine, head to tailbone, espresso on the back of the neck, coffee on the lower back. Straighten your knees unless you're modifying your plank. Lower down, knees, chest and chin. I'm going to move the blocks out of the way, so you'll be down all the way, chest and chin onto your stomach. Allow your legs to lengthen behind you. Shrug your shoulders up and roll them back. Shrug your shoulders, roll them back and hold them back there as you tuck the tailbone under. Brace your core and lift your chest up into mini cobra or full cobra without shrugging your shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, press up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes forward towards your shins. You can use your yoga blocks or prep. Glide your body back and forth. Back and up. Drop your head down between your arms. Pedal your heels one at a time. Walk the dog. Ring the bell. Wag the tail. Tendon stretch. Walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet into forward fold. Allow your arms to hang, pendulum, circle around. Cradle the elbows if you want, sway side to side. Plant your feet into the ground as you rise up, stretched mountain. Connect palms together to the front of the heart. Hands slice down. Close your eyes. Enjoy the silence and the stillness within. Flower the eyes open as you float your arms down. And then find your way back down onto the mat. Take any other stretches that your body might need. And then we can all meet in Shavasana, knees bent or straight, palms touch to the front of your heart. Surrender to your breath. Give gratitude for this amazing body that you have to be able to move and breathe. May our practice be meaningful. May our practice bear fruit. May the fruits of our practice benefit all those around us. The highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for maybe another 5-10 minutes, allowing yourself to relax and release and taking that stillness and that quiet time that your body and mind so desire. Use that stillness into your daily practice. And I thank you.